Hello YouTube, welcome back to the shop. On this episode of What's in Yours, we are going to continue with video number 2 of the Dualtron3 and the NANROBOT RS7 comparison. Now, sorry about the last video, my recording cut off because it only records for so long. So this is continuance of the Dualtron3 versus NANROBOT RS7, so let's get right into it. So where I left off at the last video, I was commenting on the comfort for a bigger guy on the RS7. I think the RS7 is the winner on that. The Dualtron3, when I got off this scooter and got on this, it's a lot smaller. Not so much for us bigger guys. So hopefully that helps with that comparison. Then also too, I wanted to comment on NANROBOT's quality control in their shipping service. I think NANROBOT could become a really good company and a lot of people could really enjoy their scooters if they worked on those issues. Then also on the D4 Plus, the speed issues. Now, if that scooter went over 35 or so miles an hour, it would be a really good scooter. So hopefully they'll work on that in the future. But let's get back to why I did this video. So we did some testing over the weekend with range and speed. The NANROBOT R7 is faster than the Dualtron3. Now, when I say faster, it's not like you're just zipping away from them. We did a couple races on the street together. And the NANROBOT and the Dualtron3, they're both about the same torquiness, but the NANROBOT will slowly start increasing the distance between the two scooters, because this one can go 45 plus miles an hour. Again, I'm 200 pounds, 210, 6'2", with me on the scooter. My buddy is 175, about 5'11". We didn't switch scooters and then race to see if this one would excel and increase that distance a lot faster. We didn't get a chance to do that, but the NANROBOT RS7 is faster than that. But keep in mind, the Dualtron3 is a 1600 watt scooter, two 800 watt motors on it. This NANROBOT is 1600 watt motors, total 3200 watts on there, and they're both about the same weight. So over the weekend, we went on a really long blacktop bike trail. It's 24 miles one way, 24 miles back. So we got at least 50-mile range. Now, I didn't keep track of it on my odometer because when you turn off the scooter, that resets. I apologize about that, but I can tell you, since that trail is 24 miles one way and 24 miles back, and then we did a lot of riding in between, we had to at least go over 50 miles that day on a single charge. Now, keep in mind that on that blacktop bike trail, there was a lot of pedestrians and other bikes, so we were going fast and slow. I would say we averaged about 15-20 miles an hour on the trail, and then in some areas we would bump it up a little bit, but most of the time, since we knew we were going to be doing a lot of riding, we kept it on single motor and in mode 2 on the speed controller, so we can have that increased distance. But they both scooters perform really well. I don't even know what the max distance on this thing, if you were to put it on mode 2, and let's say you put it on cruise control at 20 miles an hour, I mean, you could probably get anywhere from 50 to 80 mile range out of the scooter. Same thing with the Dualtron3. So that's really impressive. Again, that one tops out at 40. This one will do 45 plus. So let's get into the charging. My buddy for the Dualtron3 paid for the $150 additional charger from Mini Motors, so he can speed charge that along with his brick charger. Now, I couldn't do that with mine because I only have one brick charger, so we, both of us being engineers, we said, well, let's figure out a way to fast charge the NANROBOT R7. So we did some modifications. They were just temporary modifications, nothing permanent, because we wanted to see if that charger would work for this, and if I could dual charge it with my brick charger that came with the scooter. And surprisingly, it worked. So instead of from dead to fully charged, this RS7 will charge in about 12 hours. With that speed charger and my brick charger, we put it on the scooter, and the thing charged up from almost dead to fully charged in less than 5 hours, which was really nice. Now, I don't know what the long-term effects on the battery for the RS7 are going to be, but that doesn't really necessarily affect the way I charge my scooter or the way I ride my scooter, because I'm going to charge my scooter and I'm going to ride the scooter the way I want to do it and however I see fit. So I'll give you an update on the battery. I did order one of those speed chargers from Mini Motors. I looked online. It was a pretty good deal. I know that it works. It's a 6.5 amp hour speed charger. So I'll give you some updates and if there's any long-term battery effects. But for what we did it for, I didn't see any difference in the battery. Now, they do say, well, it is a fact that if you do an 80% charge on your battery, it will increase the life, 2, 3, 4 times. Again, I charge my battery the way I want to ride it. So however you charge your battery, that's up to you. So let's move on from that. I no longer have the Dualtron3 here. My buddy took it back with him. Of course, we both got to work tomorrow. But I want to highlight the shocks on the RS7, which are really nice. It's like you're floating on the scooter. And with me being a bigger, heavier guy, it really handles well. On the Dualtron3, they have the cartridges. It came with a medium cartridge that you have to buy. Well, it came with the medium cartridge for the front and back, but if you want to change that up, you have to buy additional cartridges, and so it can get a little pricey trying to figure out your riding style, what type of suspension you want on there. I like that it's adjustable, but for the price point, I like how it seems like with the Dualtron3, you're always buying upgraded things for the scooter, like the charger and the suspension and other items like that. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And on that note, if you have any other questions comparing the two scooters, please leave it in a comment. I always try to answer all the comments if I can. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell notification button if you want to know each and every time I upload a video. And we will talk to you next time. Ride safe.